This is a review for the Tineco Pure ONE S12. The S12's airflow was measured at 43 CFM. Its suction was measured at 100 inches of water lift. The S12 easily passed our filtration and sealing test, largely because of its HEPA post-motor filter. Moving on to general carpet cleaning performance, the S12 performed very well, just like all other cordless vacuums in the same price range. Before we continue though, we need to talk about the S12's power modes. Most of the S12's competitors allow you to set them to 3 different power modes: low, medium, and high. On the Roborock H6 and Dyson V11, each of those modes are also automatic. The vacuum automatically adjusts power or suction depending on the surface. The S12 works a bit differently. Its auto mode adjusts power or suction depending on the density of debris that it is vacuuming, not the surface type. If you vacuum over a lot of debris, a high density of debris, it will automatically increase suction. Otherwise, it will automatically stay at a lower power level. Unlike the H6 and V11, the S12 also adds full manual suction control. You can opt out of auto mode, which is the default selected mode when you first turn the vacuum on, by sliding your finger over the touch bar on top of the vacuum. The S12 also adds a visual representation of what actually is happening there in terms of suction, with an LED ring on top of the vacuum to let you know when the suction is increased or when the suction is reduced. The LED ring will fill up red when suction is increased, and it will fill up blue when suction is reduced. We tested the S12 on both manual mode and auto mode, and it worked well on both modes. The only nitpick we have is that it did have some trouble with a couple of pesky rice kernels at the corner of our test station. Otherwise, it performed very well. Note that none of the cordless vacuums we tested, including the S12, had any problem picking up pet hair or human hair in separate tests, though their brush rolls will eventually tangle if they pick up enough longer hair over time. In our carpet deep clean test, the S12 picked up 24 grams of debris on high after being pushed back and forth 3 times over an area of carpet embedded with 30 grams of fine debris. Of special note is that the S12 picked up 23 grams in the same test on auto mode. That's only 1 gram less than when we manually set it to high suction and it picked up 24 grams. This is important because it means that the vacuum can be used on carpet on auto mode to conserve battery life and still get a very high level of deep cleaning performance. We'll take a look at specific battery life numbers in just a moment. Moving on to hard floor performance, almost all the cordless vacuums we tested had more trouble with hard floors than carpets, and the same applies for the S12. Like most of the cordless vacuums we tested, it especially struggled with larger debris like rice and Cheerios on hard floors. Note that the S12 Plus comes with a soft roller cleaner head, which eliminates this problem. The soft roller head is also available for purchase separately for about $100. So you can buy the regular S12 and then buy the soft roller head separately later, as we did for this review. The second component of our hard floor testing involved testing how well the vacuum was able to pick up debris from a crevice. Here, the S12 performed quite poorly. It did eventually pass the test, but it took considerable effort to do so, both with its multi-floor cleaner head and with its soft roller cleaner head installed. Evaluating the S12's battery life and performance is a bit tricky. On carpet, you're almost always going to want to use the vacuum on auto mode. On auto mode, it will mostly run on low, and on low, we measured its battery life to be 37 minutes. When the vacuum actually picks up debris on auto mode, it will automatically increase its suction to high or close to high. And on high, we measured its battery life at only 10.5 minutes. For comparison's sake, let's split the difference between its battery life on low and its battery life on high and estimate its battery life on auto mode at 24 minutes. Recall that the S12 picked up 23 grams of debris in our deep clean test on auto mode. Thus, we can say that the S12 offers 23 grams of pickup at 24 minutes of battery life, which is a very good result in the battery life and performance category. The S12 and S12 Plus both also come with an extra swappable battery, which effectively doubles battery life if you need it. Next, we have ease of use. The S12 is a bit heavy in the hand. It weighs about 3.6 pounds in the hand, which is heavier than many competitors, though it's still lighter than Dyson V11s. The vacuum was easy enough to maneuver, just like most other cordless vacuums we handled during testing. The S12's controls are easy enough to use. You pull this trigger to turn it on, and you can use this switch to keep the trigger pulled for longer cleaning sessions. Dysons have the same type of trigger, but no switch to keep it pulled. Other competitors have buttons that turn them on and keep them on. The S12 also has a touch bar for setting manual suction and an auto mode button to re-engage auto mode if manual suction was selected. The vacuum's LED display is larger than any other LED display on any other cordless vacuum we've tested so far. It shows suction level if there are any issues like blockages, and it also shows battery life as a percentage, counting down from 100% to 0%. The Dyson V11 and Roborock H6 both show the exact time remaining, and we definitely prefer that over the percentage shown on the S12. It's just much easier to know exactly how much battery life you have remaining if you're able to see that exact time of minutes and seconds remaining versus the percentage that is shown on the S12. The S12 has a small dustbin with a maximum measured capacity of only 325 milliliters. Like Dyson's, the S12 does not stand up on its own, and like the Dyson's, it comes with a wall-mountable dock. One important difference here between the S12 and Dyson's is that with the Dyson's, you can actually plug the charger directly into the main body of the vacuum to charge them. With the S12, you can remove its battery from the main body, but you have to charge that battery in the dock. You cannot plug the charger directly into the battery or directly into the vacuum itself to charge it like you can with the Dyson's. Moving on to what we like and dislike about the S12, first let's talk about what we like. We like the vacuum's raw performance, and we like its carpet cleaning performance. We also really like the vacuum's combination of deep clean performance and battery life on auto mode. We also really like auto mode itself. It works very well and it's very useful. Something we haven't mentioned so far, but something that we definitely also like about the S12 is the fact that it comes with a lot of tools. Both the S12 and the S12 Plus come with a mini power brush, a 2-in-1 dusting brush, a crevice tool, a hair cleaning tool, a pre-filter cleaning tool and an extra pre-filter, a soft dusting brush, and a flexible long crevice tool. Moving on to what we dislike about the S12, it certainly can get the job done on hard floors, especially with a soft roller cleaner head installed, but it didn't perform nearly as well as competitors in our crevice testing. So if you do have a lot of hard floors to vacuum, you may want to think twice before picking up this particular cordless vacuum. We also don't like the vacuum's small dustbin, especially for a cordless vacuum at its price point. We also don't like the fact that this vacuum cannot be charged without its dock. There's no way to connect a charger directly to the vacuum itself. In terms of general recommendations, we first have to delineate between the Pure ONE S12 and the Pure ONE S12 Plus. Compared to the regular S12, the Plus model adds a soft roller cleaner head, is a different color, and it's usually much more expensive. That last point is particularly important. The Plus model is often more than $100 more expensive than the regular S12, which is the cost of adding the only tangible difference between the two models, the soft roller cleaner head, to your purchase of the regular S12. So it's generally cheaper to just buy the regular S12 and then buy the soft roller cleaner head separately with that S12 than it is to buy the S12 Plus with the soft roller cleaner head included. The S12 Plus is therefore generally not recommended unless it's heavily discounted. That leaves us with the regular S12, which finds itself in a very interesting position in the market. As of the making of this video, it's similarly priced to the Dyson V10, the Roborock H6, and the LG A9 Charge. The S12 is a better cordless vacuum than all of those other options. The Dyson V10's battery life and performance is much worse than that of the S12. The H6 has certain build quality issues that keep us from recommending it, and the LG A9 doesn't offer the same level of deep cleaning performance and battery life that you get with the S12. So at least right now, for around $400 to $500, the S12 is one of the best cordless vacuums that you can buy. The problem is that another Tineco, the A11, is much cheaper, closer to the $300 price point, and performs just about as well as the S12 on carpet and even better on hard floors. It was actually a top performer in our crevice test. All you really lose with the A11 compared to the S12 is the S12's auto mode and the better battery life that comes along with that auto mode. Is the S12's auto mode and better runtime worth reduced hard floor performance plus at least an extra $100 over the A11? No, not in our opinion. So we would recommend the A11 over the S12 to most users. The A11 is the cordless vacuum we currently recommend as the best option for most consumers at any price. Though we do test new cordless vacuums all the time, so definitely check the description of this video for all of our latest recommendations, and thank you for watching.